Redistricting Drama. That was a good title, whoever named it that.
Hilton outside the California Department of Justice announcing he will sue to stop California government.
Guess what, Mr. Hilton? Nobody cares. You remember the Joker with the rainbow? Nobody cares. You gonna stop suing when you got that health care, motherfucker.
Should they move forward with their statewide redistricting plan ahead of the 2026 election?
Do it. Don't
Specifically, Newsom has vowed to respond to Texas Republicans if they move forward with their plan as requested by President Donald Trump to redraw their congressional district.
If Texas moves forward with their plan, then, you know, everyone else will move forward with their plan. No, dude, fuck that. Just go ahead and move forward with your plan. You know, move quickly, dot them T's. Cross them T's, dot them I's, and say thank you to Governor Abbott for the idea. Thanks. And you shouldn't move so sloppy trying to do shit illegally. Thanks for the idea, though. You got some good ideas. Good thing we doing it right. Just go ahead and do it before he do it. That's how we do it in the South. He's from the South. I'm gonna tell you how Southerners doing it. All right. So he's from a different part of the South, but I mean, I'm from Atlanta, but still. For example, if someone says they're gonna call the cops on you, you call the cops on them first. That's how you know you need to do something first. So he said he gonna redistrict on you. That's how you know you need to redistrict first. And look, Trump don't even know what the fuck going on anyway, so just do it.
Trump weighing in on this Tuesday afternoon.
Redistricting, or whatever you want to call it, the Democrats have done it long before we started. They've done it all over the place.
And we're not going to roll over, and we're going to fight fire with fire.
Newsom's plan aims to redraw California's 52 congressional districts and call a statewide special election.
California will not sit by idly and watch this democracy waste away.
But Hilton argues on the issue of democracy, Newsom should look in the mirror.
We risk losing our democracy if they rig our districts even further. So what I'm announcing today...
Well, then you shouldn't have did it first. You shouldn't have tried to redistrict the district first, and then they wouldn't have did it second. So, all right, I put the video down below if you want to watch more of that, okay? Hello. So this video... this commentary, we're going to be talking about the gerrymandering that's going on in Texas. And gerrymandering is not new. But right now, it's pretty hot that everyone's talking about the Governor Abbott of Texas, how he's using it, how he's moving with haste. And he's using the gerrymander to reform the map so that there will be more Republican districts, and so the Democrats of states like California, Chicago, Washington State, New York have decided to redistrict their maps in favor of Democrats, and they want to wait until Governor Abbott does his, then they'll do theirs. I mean, well, the Democrats have already seen where they can be within the law to redraw up their maps, and theirs is just going to be temporary, and it's going to go back to how it already is, back to original state, 2030. They should just go ahead and do it and thank Governor Abbott for the idea. And make sure you dot your I's, cross your T's. You must move quickly, but go ahead and do it before Texas does it, and say thanks for the idea. So, right now they're talking in Cali, so all the links that I'm using are going to be in the description of the video. I'm also going to throw, I think I'm going to put it up on the screen, the video of the Texas Congress as they left. I don't want to say they fled, because I don't feel like they fled. I just feel like they, because of what's going on with Governor Abbott, they left Texas.
Make no mistake about it. We are running from nothing. We see the danger that is coming, and we are running straight for it. Please know that last week, Texas Republicans, in their effort to try to appease the entitlement of Donald Trump, have tried to steal 5 congressional seats from the voters of Texas. This is not the first time we have seen folks try to appease Donald Trump. You all remember that Trump called Georgia and asked them and said, boys, I need 11,000 votes. To their credit, those Republicans said, no, we're not doing that. That crosses a line.
I'm in Georgia right now. I'm not a Republican, but the fuck?
Trump called Governor Greg Abbott and Texas Republicans and said, boys, I need you to steal 5 seats.
Georgia didn't do it. I mean, if there was some money, there was some bribery, but it was absolutely no money. So of course, I'm playing right there, but I fucking bet you. Well, I mean, it is some honorable people down here, I guess I should say.
Work for you. Well, it does not work for us as Texans. That this is not just about Texas. This is about ensuring that the voters get to determine the outcome of their next election. We are now facing threats. The threat that we're going to lose our jobs, the threat of financial ruin, the threat that we be hunted down as our colleagues sit on their hands and remain silent as we all get personal.
And I'm from the outside in, and I'm watching them being threatened. And that's how Governor Abbott looks right now. He does look like he is trying to desperately win something. I wonder, or he just wants to be in control. And he is threatening them, and that's all they are, threats. And his threats are baseless.
Will show you that they are more concerned with keeping the job than doing the job. You know that they are not worthy of public service. We as Democrats are standing up to ensure that the voices of every voter is lifted up in this next election cycle, and that the next election is not stolen from them.
Like some last ones? Because that shit's coming out with the proof and everything.
Where we are with today's climate and the threat that the FBI come to get us. We proudly stand with Californians in this moment that when faced with Texas's steel, they have met it head on with courage and with a sense of urgency to protect the entire nation. We are fronting to the front lines to stand with other Democrats across the state of Texas, across the state of California, across this nation, to ensure that each and every individual has the opportunity to pick, to decide that government is for the people, by the people, and not the politicians selecting them. And so we are here because we do know that courage is contagious. And we are here to give hope to others to stand up and be courageous in this moment.
So we're not here trying to change or rig the system. We're here because Donald Trump and his Republican cohorts are trying to rig the system. They know that what they've done to the American people is deeply unpopular. They know that because of what they've done, stripping health care for more than 17 million Americans, to give tax cuts to billionaires, hurting California by increasing pollution, by stripping education funds, by stripping nutrition programs from the needy. That is very unpopular, and we cannot allow these elections to be rigged without a response. Now, the Democrats in California are happy with all our districts just as they are. But when we saw that Texas was going to create the most segregated map in Texas since the 60s to eliminate all of the minority districts that they could so that they could create 5 Republican districts, we said, could we create a map that eliminated 5 Republican districts, but that was true to the Voting Rights Act? And we found that we could. And so as we went through the details of the possibilities, I'm happy to report that every single member of the California delegation is willing to support a plan to do that. We cannot stand here. We cannot stand here and just shrug as Trump and the Republicans try and rig the rules so they can avoid responsibility for the damage that they have done to this country.
Hell yeah.
We need a break on them, and we can get it in the midterm elections. I'll tell you, when we were in the majority, we didn't strip health care from Americans. We provided health care with the Affordable Care Act.
Nancy because she pissed MAGA off and we love
Thank you
her.
very much, Zoe. I think it's very clear from listening to our presenters so far that the Republicans are acting because they have bankruptcy of ideas. They have no winning ideas to present to the American people, and they...
I'll play that again. They got a bankruptcy of ideas. I just thought that was good. I heard it.
So far, that the Republicans are acting because they have bankruptcy of ideas. They have no winning ideas to present to the American people, and they cannot defend their actions legitimately. So they're trying to do it and rig it illegitimately. And now the Times have found all of us, and especially our Texas delegation, to save our Constitution. I'm from Maryland originally, and I'm very proud that the national anthem was written there. And my favorite line in the anthem is, "Proof through the night that our flag was still there." We have a responsibility to prove through the night of this Trump administration, the darkness of it all, that our flag is still there with liberty and justice for all. And that is what I'm so proud of the leadership of all of our...
I just think that's the darkness. Y'all remember the darkness? They try to set that shit in with the darkness. They Mr. Trump. Oh, yeah. The darkness. Is the darkness trying to come? See, look, the darkness.
Our state legislature as well. Zoe Lofgren has led the way as the leader of our House Democrats from California in the unity that she mentioned about our delegation. And this is something that we're unified on to honor our oath of office to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. The president has paved over the Rose Garden. He's paved over freedom of speech. He's paved over freedom of education. The list goes on and on. Independent judiciary, rule of law, pave it over. But we will not let, he's gone too far. We will not let him pave over a free and fair elections in our country, starting with what he's trying to do in Texas, countering that. So this isn't two wrongs, or as was mentioned, it's not a wrong in what we're doing. This is self-defense for our democracy. They have hit out at our democracy, and we are here to defend it. I thank again our Texans for their leadership, for their courage, most of all for their patriotism.
Of America, Donald Trump, who's trying to light a torch on democracy. He's trying to roll back the last half century. He wants to put America in reverse on LGBT rights, on voting rights, civil rights, on the rights of women and girls. We're here in that light at this profound and consequential moment. And we're
Trump trying to light up in the wrong ways. Supposed to light up in the right ways, you know.
just co-equal branches of government. This notion of a system of checks and balances, popular sovereignty, all of that on the line, all of that at risk. And so I'm very sober and mindful of this moment. And as a consequence, we have taken our relationship to this moment very, very seriously. Had it not been for the courage of the Democratic representatives from Texas to stand tall and to stand up, to walk out, as is their right, as old it comes to the abuses of a majority. And they did just that to elevate not just their voices as representatives, but to elevate our voices, to call out the consequential nature of what's happening. What's happening in the United States of America is not normal. We cannot allow this to be considered normal. Please don't say it's surprising. When you say something is no longer surprising, you normalize it. This is shocking, what's happening.
This is bullshit.
You heard Representative Johnson say it very powerfully and very clearly. And what more evidence did you need? You saw this take shape after Donald Trump tried to wreck the democracy after January 6th, where he dialed for 12,000 votes in Georgia. By your courageous leadership, regardless of party, that stood up against that tyranny. Now he's dialing up.
Around the time that he said he was going to kill Pence, he said he was going to kill Kemp too, which is at the time while I live in Atlanta, Georgia. That's the governor of Georgia, and Kemp got real quiet. I was kind of like, "What you doing, Kemp? What you been doing with Trump? I know that was your friend. Y'all had a falling out. They had a little falling out. Apparently, I guess Mr. Kemp didn't want to help Trump cheat. He just helped himself cheat."
Now for new seats for precisely the reason that Speaker Pelosi and others have represented. They will lose in the midterms. He knows it. Why else would he make that phone call? His agenda's failing. His presidency is failing.
Trump makes a lot of fucked up phone calls that really go without benefiting Trump.
He's dialing for seats. Not only did he dial for 5 seats in Texas, he just sent his vice president, the vice president of the United States, not to console those 137 families whose lives were torn asunder because they lost loved ones to the floods. By the way, 3 members of my community in Marin County, Mark, Sarah, and Johnny Walker, 14 years old, died in the flood. Mark, 50 years old. Sarah, same age. Family, friends. We were at their memorial yesterday. Vice President come to console the family members of the lives lost. He went to Indiana. Continued to try to rig the election. You have a special election in Texas. You'd think that's all they'd be focused on. 37 kids dying in those floods. But they're focused.
Honestly, I thought the same thing too. When I realized that there was a flood in Texas, I was thinking, damn, Texas is busy. But apparently not busy enough if they had to, do some gerrymandering and cheat and rig some shit up, and then they move in with haste and they fucking up because they just want them some Trump. They don't even know why they want Trump. Trump be fucking up everybody's money. Trump fuck up your money, my money, his money, they money, everybody money. And they still want themselves some Trump. And they just swear.
Focused on this. A power grab. And it's not limited to Texas and Indiana. You've seen what's happening in Florida. You've seen what's happening in Ohio.
Floridians. I'm in Georgia, in Atlanta. They're coming up here. And they're crazy. And we would like things to be normal. Because it's best for them to stay in Florida. But they crazy. Yeah, they need to stay by the beach. Where things is lax and shit. We're a little bit more hard ass the further inland you go. Yeah, Ohio's crazy right now. They having race wars. For real, man. That man is that how they're on how they're talking about right now, how they're that big brawl that happened with that young man that knocked out that young lady that was white, that black man that knocked out that white lady. So everybody's flipping out, and then they only arrested black people. So, but they won't arrest the Russians that were starting the fights for that brawl that's been going on.
Our state of mind is about accountability, responsibility. Again, taking this moment seriously. What is our relationship to this moment? And we recognize we have agency. We're not bystanders. That we can shape the future. Decisions, not conditions. And so we choose to be held to a higher level of accountability. It wasn't our decision to be here. It's a reaction to. We are trying to defend democracy as opposed to see it destroyed district by district. And we will stand firm and we will stand tall. And perhaps the expression today is the expression of unity.
Hey, I'm so